guys and gals, Nary here from Drake Wing Gaming, sending me on Twitter, The Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you into the Let's Play episode of Echo, TJ's Path. So y'all, let's just go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Please sit back and enjoy for this 18 minutes of entertain you. Let's jump right in. Alarm Chan, you are up, and let's friggin' go. Alright, Janice opens the door almost the second we knock, and I can tell immediately that something's off. First of all, she's got no pants on. I catch a glimpse of her large white panties before I snap my eyes back up, staring hard at the coyote's face. I can't see TJ, but by the funny way he's breathing, I'm pretty sure he's noticed as well. Janice spreads out her hands, grinning. Well, Albie, you made it! We gawk at her for another few seconds before TJ finally squeaks out. Yeah, of course, Janice suddenly steps forward towards the lynx and cups his face with her hands. I keep my eyes up, trying to focus on her face. She squishes TJ's face to the point where his lips purse out a little. You, TJ, are a lifesaver, you know that? She says it sincerely, and I can see TJ trying to pull back. Unfortunately, it also looks like the coyote has a good grip on his face because everything but his head moves back. Oh, thank you, Death. TJ tries to speak from his squashed face. Janice, what did you want us to do today? I break in, hoping to move her attention away from ripping TJ's cheeks off. She seems to be really enjoying the tufts of his fur there. Oh, Chase, you're here too? Yeah, we're gonna work on it together. Well, alright, how about I head out there and show you two? My eyes flick down to her bottom half for just a second. I immediately regret it. There's no way around it. You want to get dressed first? Janice looks down. Oh, that! Well, I've just got to apologize now. I was in the middle of getting ready for work. I just forgot what I was doing. I glance at TJ, then quickly back at the coyote. Oh, well, we can wait. Nonsense, it'll only take a second. I'm left open-mouthed, following the coyote immediately as TJ follows closely behind me. A quick glance around reassures me that there isn't anyone around at the moment, but if someone does come around, Janice marches us out the back to the wooden remnants of the shed we'd moved earlier. She points at the ground. I want you two to dig a hole right there. TJ stays just slightly behind me, as if using me as a shield to Janice's shameless immodesty. A hole? Yep, in a rectangle from here to here. Janice marks a line in the dirt with her foot before walking about 5 feet in the other direction and marking the line. And 3 feet wide, at least 3 feet deep, if not more. I nod through her instructions, just trying to get through this as quickly as possible. Okay, what are we doing this for? Janice stopped, scratching the back of her head. Oh, pool. Gonna have a pool back here. A pool? Yeah, nice little pool. She grins at us, and I quickly nod at her. Okay, well, we'll get right to work. Shovel's in the garage, right? I'm doing everything I can to get her back inside. Yep, anything else? I can make you lemonade before I leave. Nah, we'll just get water if we need it. Well, alright, no need to finish it today if you can't. I know how hot it is. Janice turns to leave, but not before reaching out and pinching TJ's cheeks almost viciously. He squints his eyes, ears flattening, as he just stands there and takes it. And with that, she hums her way back to the house. I wait until I hear the door close. Oh my god, she's gone insane! TJ stays quiet, staring at the spot on the ground that Janice has marked out. Seriously, maybe we should go. No, she's probably just having another off day, or something. I shake my head. And this is definitely not a pool. TJ kicks at the dirt, and I shiver as I see a small spider skitter across the dirt. Either way, she's lost it and we're doing nothing here, or we're digging a grave. Oh, come on, Chase. This was a bad idea. I hear the garage door opening and shut my mouth. A car engine starts up and I see that an old, rusty white sedan pull out of the driveway. Janice waves at us and blows a kiss, which I'm pretty sure is directed at TJ. Damn! Then she peels off like she's drag racing to the diner that's less than half a mile away. So who do you think she's on her way to murder? Stop! I look back at TJ. You think she could even put her pants on? You think she even put her pants on? TJ shudders and looks back at the ground. Let's get this done. Then I promise I won't do any more chores for her, okay? I sigh. Alright, just remember whose fault it is if this ends up being our grave. The work is tougher than I thought it would be. Let's start at opposite ends of the little trench thing we're making. Janice said we should do more than 3 feet if we could, but this whole thing is bullshit. Which I'm sure it is. Then, I'm not doing any more than minimum. I'm at least glad to see TJ returning back to his cheerful, bubbly self. We even almost get into a dirt clod war. But that comes to a quick end when I hit TJ in the thigh with a rock-filled one. About 2 hours later, the sun is comfortably low, and we are a little over halfway done. It's at that point that I get a text message from Carl. I took a quick glance at my phone, seeing a one-word apology of sorry. I look at it for a while until TJ finally peers up. Everything okay? I debate whether or not to tell him. Now that he's in such a good mood, It's hard to tell exactly what will make TJ feel better, or worse, I've come to realize. Still, I think he can tell who it's probably from already, judging by how slanted back his ears are. It's from Carl. It just says, sorry. Ah! TJ stops digging, pressing his shovel into the darker, moist dirt at the bottom of the trench. That's it? That's it. Are you going to respond? I don't know, should I? TJ starts digging again. Yeah. TJ tilts his head down. I need to apologize too. Now that seems more like TJ. Well, what should I say? TJ stops digging again and looks up at me. I look up at him expectantly. Okay, so I'm trying to be more assertive like you said. Oh. Hello? Sorry about that, folks. I'm back. Okay. Okay, so I'm trying to be more assertive like you said. Oh? I didn't expect him to say that. Is that why... TJ looks down, so I stop myself. Is that why he'd acted so strange at Carl's mansion? Sorry, never mind. What were you saying? So, I'm just gonna say this. I was thinking about that treasure hunt Carl found. For a moment, I don't know what he's talking about. Oh, the thing he found in the crawl space? I was thinking... TJ leans on the shovel's handle, looking away. Thinking that we should open it. Together. Okay. I say it slowly, realizing how delicate of a topic this is. Is there a reason why you want to open it? TJ sighs deeply, looking up at the deep red and orange sky. I always feel like things happen for a reason, and we were just talking about finding closure yesterday. Oh, okay. So, I feel like this might be a way to do it, maybe? Read what he had to say. Maybe go on one of his last hunts? TJ swallows hard. I can sort of see where he's coming from. Sydney always wrote stupid riddles and stories with his treasure hunts. It might mean something to read something he wrote so long ago. Okay. I keep coming up short with what I want to say. Again, I can see why TJ might think this is the answer, but I'm not so sure. Well, I guess I can ask Carl about it. Did you want everyone there? Maybe just us. We can let the others read it later if they want. I don't think Flynn... I nod quickly. Yeah, that makes sense. So you, want to do that tomorrow? See if we can do it tonight. We've only got a few days left, and this is making me nervous. He gives a tight laugh. Yeah, Sydney's treasure hunts could be pretty elaborate. Oh yeah, definitely. Are we starting to be able to talk about him normally again? Maybe TJ is right about this. Okay, I'll text him back and ask if I can call him. Okay. It takes me a little bit to figure out how to word TJ's request. Hey man, can TJ and I come over and talk? While we wait for Carl's response, TJ abruptly looks back up at me. Are you and Carl, friendly with each other? Huh? I mean, how he kissed you. What? No! I laugh. That was just Carl being drunk. Okay. TJ goes back to digging, his ears twitching around. I grin. What? Are you jealous? No! He says it way too fast and loud. Hey, if you want to give me a kiss, I don't mind. TJ doesn't respond, instead focusing hard on the ground he's digging up. Aw, if you're shy, I can do it instead. I see his eyes widen, but he still doesn't say anything. I make kissy sounds at him, and that's when he flings up some dirt up at me, smattering my pants with dark brown spots. Aw, come on! I see TJ smirk as he goes right back to work. I'm thinking about picking up another dirt clod, but that's when my phone buzzes again. Okay! Huh, alright. We walk slowly up the length of Carl's driveway, our shadows covering its entire length in the light of the sunset. TJ's starting to drag his feet again as we get closer to the door, and I stop to look back at him. You okay? Yeah, I'm good. You sure? We don't have to do this today. We can come by tomorrow. TJ shakes his head, taking a swig of water from a water bottle we'd brought from the convenience store on the way here. No, I'm just a little tired. It's been a long day. Yeah. I wait for TJ to catch up, then match his stride as we make our way up to the sidewalk. As we make our way up the sidewalk, then up the steps to the front door. TJ doesn't do anything, instead just gripping into his water bottle, making the plastic creak. I wait another second, then reach out across TJ to press the doorbell. The faint, fancy chime emanates from behind the door for a few seconds, followed by the clapping of Carl's hooves on the wooden floor. There's a pause once he reaches the door, and I imagine he's hesitating as he reaches for the door handle. A second later, though, it swings open, revealing a very bleary-eyed red-eyed ram. Carl blinks at us a few times through the bright orange sun behind us. Finally, he steps aside, opening the door wider. Hey, guys! There's a pause as I wait to see if TJ will say anything. When he doesn't, I clear my throat and step forward through the door. Hey, man, you okay? Not really. I don't say anything in return, instead spreading my arms out in the cool air of the mansion. I turn around and wait as TJ steps through the doorway, the links framed by the golden sunlight, the fine hairs of his fur lit up like white-hot wires. I see Carl's hand that's not on the door sort of twitch, like he's grabbing something in the air. Hey! TJ stands next to me, looking back at Carl. Hello. Carl rubs vigorously at his arms. Listen! Carl pauses. I get the idea that he's wanting TJ to tell him that everything was okay so he doesn't have to explain anything. That would definitely make things easier. But he still doesn't say anything, just watches the ram. Carl rubs behind his head for a second, looking back out the door. I'm not sure why it's so hard for him to apologize to TJ. I thought it was weird that Carl had apologized to me instead of the Lynx in the first place. Listen! Carl takes in a big shuddery breath, blowing it out loudly. I was really messed up earlier. I wasn't thinking right. TJ continues to watch Carl silently. His ears are up, at least. Carl stutters and stumbles over a few more syllables before he continues. And I just wasn't thinking straight. He scoffs. He scuffs the hardwood floor loudly with a hoof. I don't think he did anything like that. I was just pissed off. TJ is quiet for a few more seconds, but Carl doesn't offer anything more. So, why were you angry? Carl sighs and leans his head back against the door, his horns knocking loudly against it. You said some shit that I'm asshole about, okay? It wasn't your fault. TJ folds his arms, looking down. What was it I said? Carl shakes his head. Stupid shit. I mean, stupid shit because of me. Stuff about school, car accidents, just brought up old stuff for me. Oh. But I don't think he ever did anything like that, like I said. I was just being a huge dick. Sorry. His voice breaks a little at the end, and he quickly looks out at the floor, his ears down. TJ is quiet again. I think about changing the subject now that the apology's out of the way, but TJ speaks first. Thanks, Carl. I'm sorry I brought up stuff like that. I'll try to remember in the future. Carl shakes his head, looking back up. Not your fault. We stand there awkwardly for a few more seconds. I guess I thought maybe Flynn had been saying stuff to you. That was why you said it. Huh? Oh! Carl's non-denial hangs heavy in the air. I haven't seen Flynn in days, and I'm wondering what he's been up to in that time. I'll have to ask Carl when TJ isn't around. As of now, though, I want to change the subject because things are getting awkward. So, TJ had an idea about the scavenger hunt thing. Carl looks at me as if now just realizing that I'm there. Scavenger hunt? Oh yeah, the treasure hunt. TJ scratches his arm, looking embarrassed. Sydney's treasure hunt? TJ scratches harder at his arm, looking more and more flustered, so I jump in. Yeah, we were thinking about actually doing it to, maybe find some closure? Carl frowns. Really? TJ stops scratching at his arm, his ears coming back up. Yeah, I believe things happen for a reason. That you found it now that we're all here means something, I think. Man, I mean it's really old. You even think any of that stuff would be out there right now? Maybe, but I guess I'm not really looking to find anything. It's like a thing we can do while we remember him. I think it's a good way to find closure. I try to back TJ up under Carl's somewhat bewildered stare. The ram strokes his chin. I guess that sort of thing makes sense. I mean, if you're okay with doing it. TJ squares his stance, looking up. I am. It's been so long feeling this way. I feel like this might be our last chance to do something. Carl looks over at me. I nod, indicating I feel the same way. I don't fully understand this new direction in TJ either, but I sure as hell supported him. Well, okay then. I'll go grab it. You just wanna open it now? Let's go to the motel or something with Jenna there too. Okay. Carl finally shuts the door before making his way to the stairs. TJ seems to deflate then, his shoulders hunching back in. That wasn't so bad, I mumbled to him once I think Carl's out of earshot. Yeah, it was okay. We stand there awkwardly as we wait. The whole situation is so strange. Carl comes back in with a crumpled-looking white envelope in his hands. TJ eyes it, the fur standing up on the back of his neck. So, you dudes want to drive back to the motel, or...? Actually, we didn't drive. Carl drops his hands to his sides. Are you freaking serious? I can't walk in that heat. TJ did. I tug up some of the fur on the lynx's neck to show Carl. And TJ actually jumps a bit and I quickly let go. I want to ask him what's wrong, but Carl keeps talking. Man, I'm gonna smell like shit once we get there. The sun's almost gone anyway. Carl smirks at me. I sweat walking in the wintertime. You can take a shower at the motel. Carl blows his breath out loudly, frowning. Okay, but I'm gonna put on more deodorant before we go. The walk back isn't so bad. Carl makes it out to be a lot worse than it is with all his gasping and wiping his face constantly. TJ gets a text from Jenna to meet at the diner instead of the motel since she's going there for the dinner anyway. Once we walked in, Carl lets out a gasping groan of relief that turns a few heads. Jenna looks up from a corner booth and waves at us. I wave back and start making my way over. Going to the bathroom. Gotta wipe my pits. TJ makes a sour face as he follows me to the table. Jenna scoots in so we can slide in next to her. So, what's this all about? Carl found a treasure hunt that Sydney made. Jenna toys with her brown leather purse, staring at it. Okay, like a map or something? A letter. What are you going to do with it? Well, I look over at TJ, but he doesn't say anything, instead looking out the window at the sunset. We're thinking about doing it. You're thinking about going on that treasure hunt? Yeah. I mean... Jenna pauses, clearly trying to choose her words carefully. I mean, would there be anything left of it at this point? It would have been at least 11 years old by now. Jenna looks over at TJ, studying his reaction. He doesn't give her anything, though, still staring out the window. I spread my hands out on the table, instantly regretting it as I feel the grease slide from under the pads. We're seeing it more as a closure sort of thing. A send-off. We're not really expecting to find something. TJ finally looks back at us. He made it for us, so I feel like we should do it. For him. Jenna stares back down at her purse. I guess Flynn won't be involved. No. And Leo? He's gonna be busy for the most of the week. I don't think he'd really want to anyway. But why not? Now TJ looks like he's trying to choose his words carefully. He pretends like it never happened. I don't want to bring it back up for him. No one says anything else until Carl shows back up, the fur on his head and face a little wet. Hey, Jenna! Carl? Jenna nods at him as he sits across from me. He reaches across the table, snatching up a menu from the metal holder in the center. I'll pay if anyone wants something. Jenna curls a lip in disgust, but I'm starving, so I just start browsing the menu as well. AJ goes back to staring out the window, and I can see his ears twitching around. So, where's this treasure hunt thing? Carl looks up and sees Jenna staring at him. Huh? Oh, I have it. I'm gonna order real quick, though, if Chase is ready. I nod, and Carl waves his menu at Janice, who quickly bustles our way with a tray of glasses and water. Glasses of water. Alright, guys and gals, I'm gonna go ahead and pause it right here. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell if a super thanks, or a tip if you can, it always helps. Until the next video, I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!